Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm doing another video in my series on designer handbag dupes. And if you're not familiar with the series that I have on my YouTube channel, it's where I go one designer at a time and show you guys some dupes or alternatives from contemporary designers that look very similar to popular bags from brands like Dior, Hermes, YSL, and I've also done Louis Vuitton also. So the focus of today's video is going to be dupes for Chanel handbags. And I know so many of you guys have been looking forward to this video specifically. So I have a bunch of dupes to share with you guys. All of them are going to be under $1,000 and most of them are even under $500. So many great options if you don't want to spend thousands and thousands on a Chanel handbag. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Now, when I first started to plan out this handbag dupe series, I knew that once I got to the Chanel video, I had to mention this dupe for the boy bag because I've known about this dupe for years at this point. This bag has been around for a while now, probably since around when the boy bag first came out. So the Chanel boy bag is kind of one of the more unique bags in recent years from Chanel. A lot of them do kind of look like the classic flap or the reissue bag, but the boy bag was kind of different and unique. However, I feel like it's kind of been overshadowed by newer bags like the Gabrielle, or currently there's the Chanel 19 bag. However, it doesn't seem like the prices are staying the same at all. They're still going up year after year. So the smallest boy bag is currently retailing for $4,900 US. And if that's not a bag that you're sure is going to be a forever bag for you, then it might be a good idea to look into the dupe instead. So the dupe that I'm talking about is from Rebecca Minkoff, and it's their Love Crossbody bag. And in comparison, the price is much better because the smallest size is $195 US and the largest size is $358 US. So significantly less than the boy bag, and it does have a lot of the same details on it. So you have the kind of quilting in the center of the bag, and then the border of it is a different type of pattern. The only thing is, I believe the Rebecca Minkoff bag only has the chevron pattern on the inside. So the boy bag could come in either the diamond quilting or the chevron pattern, but I still think that these two bags look super similar, and of course the Rebecca Minkoff one is significantly less expensive. So this next dupe I mentioned briefly in my Dior handbag dupes video, and I said it was a decent dupe for the Dior book tote, but in my opinion it was a better dupe for the Chanel Deauville tote. So the Chanel Deauville tote is, I feel like, usually when you think about the Deauville tote, you think about the canvas Deauville tote, and it is available in two sizes, and it's going to cost you around $4,000 and up. And if you get the leather ones, especially the ones with like these pearls or crystals embroidered on it, those are going to cost you over $5,000 US. So that is quite a lot of money. And the dupe that I found for the Deauville tote is from Marc Jacobs, and it's their Traveler tote. So the Traveler tote from Marc Jacobs is available in three sizes. The smallest one is $150 US and the largest one is $195 US. Those prices are for the canvas ones, and it does seem like they're kind of expanding on that and making leather versions also. So what I'm seeing is there is a leather version of their smallest size, which costs $375 US. So yeah, there's options if you don't want a canvas tote, but you do like that kind of shape. So both bags are super similar. There is some words and branding on the front of the bag. So with the Deauville tote, it says Chanel Paris with the CC logo on it, and then the Marc Jacobs tote bag, it says the tote bag Marc Jacobs on the front. So yeah, if you don't want to spend a lot of money on the Chanel option, or it's not a bag that you envision yourself using a lot, maybe it's a seasonal bag for you or something like that, then do look into the Marc Jacobs one. Next, I want to talk about this line of handbags from Tory Burch that has this quilted pattern that is, of course, a very signature Chanel look, and it is the Fleming line of handbags from Tory Burch. So I want to mention 4 bags from this line, and the first one is their bucket bag, which of course looks very similar to the Chanel bucket bags. I mean, in general, bucket bags do look very similar in shape and design in general, but I feel like most of them are not quilted, and between the Tory Burch one and the Chanel one, they're both quilted first of all, and the only real difference between these two bags is the tab that cinches the drawstring closed on both of these bucket bags. The Tory Burch one has the Tory Burch logo and the Chanel one has the CC logo on it, so that's kind of the only major difference, and aside from that, they both just look like bucket bags. So do take a look at the Tory Burch one if you're not too fussed about having a Chanel bucket bag. So that's the first bag on this list from this Fleming line. The second one is the tote bag from the same line of handbags from Tory Burch, and it looks very similar to the Grand Shopping tote from Chanel before they discontinued it. And even after they discontinued the GST, Chanel has brought out seasonal bags that are these quilted tote bags. They just cost a lot more than the GST. So if you don't want to spend upwards of $4,000 on a tote bag, do take a look at this tote bag from the Fleming line at Tory Burch. Both the Chanel ones as well as this one from Tory Burch come with these chain straps with this leather piece interwoven through them. So yeah, they look very similar in that regard, as well as of course the quilted pattern. And the last two bags that I want to mention from this Fleming line, I believe they're both discontinued at this point, but you could probably still find them on resale markets or websites somewhere. So the first is something that is very similar to the Chanel Business Affinity bag. It is this quilted top handle bag that has that zipper pocket at the front that is a pretty unique look to the Business Affinity. And the second one is a softer, more slouchy kind of quilted top handle bag that when it's standing upright, it does look very similar to the Chanel Coco handle. So if you were to get the Tory Burch one, I would think that if you put a bag organizer inside, you could probably mimic that same type of structured look on the Coco handle. So yeah, in general, do take a look at this Fleming line from Tory Burch if you're looking for a quilted pattern that is similar to Chanel's but don't want to spend the amount of money for a Chanel handbag. And another line of handbags from Tory Burch that also has that Chanel look to it is their Kira line. Honestly, compared to the Fleming line, that one probably has more of that Chanel vibe to it, but the Kira line is a close second. So I think their chevron top handle satchel reminds me a lot of the Coco handle from Chanel, especially since for one, they're both this kind of trapezoidal shape. It does both have this top handle as well as the shoulder strap for you to carry it over your shoulder if you didn't want to use the top handle. The great thing about the Kira bag from Tory Burch is that the shoulder strap is actually adjustable, whereas on the Coco handle, you can't actually adjust it. And I know that that's a complaint that some people have because, for example, on the mini Coco handle, or what's actually, I believe, called the small size now, that one, the shoulder strap is good for wearing over your shoulder, but it's a little bit too short to wear crossbody. And then on the extra mini, or I believe it's called the mini size now, that one is long enough to wear crossbody, but it's a little bit too long over your shoulder. So that's kind of one of the areas that I think sometimes these dupes actually do better than the luxury designer houses themselves. And of course, this Tory Burch bag does cost significantly less at $498 US compared to the approximately $4,000 price tag of a Coco handle. And if you're like me and you really like the look of a Coco handle, but you're not the biggest fan of caviar because Coco handles are almost exclusively made in caviar leather, then do take a look at the Kira top handle satchel because that bag is actually made in a smooth leather that I personally just think feels nicer to the touch compared to a grain leather. And another bag from this Kira line that I think also looks very similar to a Chanel bag is their tote bag, which of course once again looks very similar to the tote bags from Chanel, similar to the GST that was discontinued and a lot of other seasonal tote bags with those chain straps. Those are definitely all great options from Tory Burch, and it's kind of up to you to see if you prefer the chevron pattern on the Kira bags more or the quilted ones on the Fleming bags more. So I've always thought that the Chanel Trendy CC is a little bit more expensive than it should be. I always grouped it in the same category as the Coco handle and Business Affinity bags from Chanel because they're all top handle bags, but the Trendy CC starts at $5,600 US for the smallest size, when in comparison the Coco handle starts at $3,700 US and the Business Affinity starts at $3,900. So the Trendy CC is significantly more expensive. Plus it's also in lambskin, and I know that a lot of people are kind of hesitant to buy a lambskin bag because it can be more delicate. So if you're looking for an alternative to the Trendy CC, then the dupe that I found for you guys is from this brand called Kurt Geiger London, and it is their Kensington bag. So usually their Kensington bag is your kind of typical chain strap shoulder bag where you can double up the chain strap or you can just wear it as a single chain, but they do have a few options that do come with a top handle also, and it's the ones with the top handle that I think look very similar to the Trendy CC, especially since both the Kensington bag as well as the Trendy CC are kind of unique in their shape. The only thing is with this Kurt Geiger bag, most of them with the top handle, I have to be honest, don't look quite as classic as the Trendy CC does. There's one that's in a metallic color, one that's in tweed, and then another one that's in faux fur. So those are probably not as classic as a lambskin bag is, but there is one that is in this quilted black leather, and that one does have those classic elements. And maybe keep an eye out on this Kurt Geiger bag, and hopefully in the future they do release this one with the top handle in more colors. So if you're wondering why I haven't mentioned any dupes for the classic flap or the reissue yet, well, I saved the best for last because arguably Chanel is most well known for their flap style bags, and I really love this style of handbag. So I have both the classic flap in the medium large size as well as the reissue in the small size for the 225 size. And currently both of these bags cost $6,800, which is a lot of money for one single handbag. But the great thing is, because this style of handbag has been around for so long and it's kind of a standard type of shape at this point, there are so many dupes or alternatives that you can find on the market. So essentially I think that as long as you find a shoulder bag that has a flap style opening, it has either a quilted or maybe even a chevron pattern to it, and it has a chain strap that you can double up, then it's a pretty good dupe for either of these two bags. But the one that I wanted to mention in this video specifically is kind of a nostalgic one because it is from the brand Karl Lagerfeld Paris. And as you may know, Karl Lagerfeld used to be the creative director for Chanel, and he came out with so many amazing designs that are still being sold today. So the bag that I'm talking about is, I believe it's called the Agnes shoulder bag. I might be totally butchering that word because the best guess I had was Agnes, but there's a bunch of extra letters in that word. So yeah, we'll call it the Agnes bag, and I honestly think they designed that bag with the classic flap and reissue in mind because it really looks so similar. And if you've ever considered getting a tweed bag from Chanel, even for a split second, but you knew that it was not the best use of your money because it would get absolutely ruined or you wouldn't use it enough, then take a look at the tweed Agnes bags because at $228 US, it's a much more affordable price tag to try out a fabric bag. So that is it for the Chanel handbag dupes video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it and maybe learned about some new bags that you didn't know existed before. So if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below what do you guys think of these bags, and also let me know what other brands you would like me to do a similar video on next. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing for new videos every single week, and I'll leave 2 videos on the screen from this handbag dupe series for you to watch next. So I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.